making Battleship curry today, which was served every Friday on the Japanese Navy patrol ship Hachijo. So I went ahead and got some vegetable oil and butter on high heat here in my Dutch oven, and we're just going to go ahead and put in some cubed pork shoulder that has been seasoned with salt and pepper. And we're just going to cook this until the pork all gets at least white, if not a little bit brown, but you don't want it too dark. So, all right, I'll be back once the pork is cooked. The pork cubes are mostly cooked now, so we're going to put in our chopped onion. And mix that in and let that cook for about 2 minutes. The onions are just starting to soften, and so now we're going to start adding our runigiri style cut carrots, as well as some thinly sliced garlic cloves. And once again, we're going to mix this up and let it cook for another 2 minutes. Now we're going to add an ingredient called Torigara stock. That sounds intimidating, but it's really simple. I make my own. You probably could use unsalted chicken stock from the grocery store, but it's bone broth. It's just boiled chicken bones in water and with no other ingredients. They like it to be a very plain broth. So we're going to put about 5 cups of that in here, and then we're going to bring this to a boil. Now we are ready to add our seasonings to this. Some of these names may sound intimidating, but you can get everything online or an Asian grocery store if you have one locally. I'm in rural North Florida, and I was able to find all of these at a local Asian grocery store. So this is 5 tablespoons of S&B Japanese style curry powder, as well as half a teaspoon of black pepper and half a teaspoon of ichimi togarashi. I'm just going to put that in. This is a couple tablespoons of tonkatsu sauce. And this is a couple tablespoons of Japanese Worcester sauce. You'll find this with Japanese sauces is they make their own version, like Kewpie mayonnaise, right? They have their own version of just about every kind of condiment. Karashi mustard is another one. And they definitely have different flavors. So if you can get the real deal, definitely get them. And then last, we've got 2 tablespoons of ketchup and 2 tablespoons of honey. And what we're going to do at this point is just mix all of these flavors in. And then we're going to put the lid on and we're going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes. You can see this really nice color change to a dark brown that's occurred while it's simmering. So now we're going to go ahead and put in our diced russet potatoes and let that go for 15 minutes more. And then we're getting close to the end now. We're ready to put in our final ingredients now. This may sound a little bit weird, but trust me, it works. I've not had a Japanese curry fail on me yet. So we're going to put half a cup of black coffee, a cup of Parmesan cheese, and half a cup of shredded mild cheddar. And then the last thing to thicken is we've got a mixture of a tablespoon of water and a tablespoon of potato starch, also known as katakuriko in Japan. The potato starch and the cheese is going to thicken this broth. And now we're just going to get this back to a slow boil. And we're going to let this reduce down for about 5 minutes, as well as cook the final ingredients, and then we'll be ready to plate. Here is the plated Battleship curry. This looks very similar to another video I did of retro or traditional style Japanese curry, but the flavor profiles are very different. Traditional style curry has that apple and has somewhat of a sweet flavor. This is much more spicy and savory. That cheese and coffee and many more spices like the Japanese curry powder and the ichimi togarashi and everything else really makes this, even though it's visually similar, look or taste quite different. So I cannot recommend this book, Japanese Soul Cooking, enough. It really reminds me of the food that I've had while I was in Japan. So check it out. I don't think you'll regret it. If you enjoy this, check out some of my other Japanese food videos. And if you enjoy watching my videos in general, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.